it's the essence. Before the sampler, a DJ had to have doubles of a break, right? So in essence, the two copies in the mixer was a loop.
Yeah.
You know, but it wasn't no drum machine. You know, a DJ just had to be nice enough to catch it, to catch the break.
Right.
You know, shouts out to Grandmaster Flash for starting that.
Yeah.
You know, you know, Flash. You know, if you heard the story, Flash said he would go to Herc parties, and Herc had a lot of break beats, but he wouldn't cut them on time. So Flash said he had to figure out a way how to do that, and keep everybody dancing, but on beat.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I mean? So
What's it called? He has a phrase for it.
Well, Kurt.
No. Flash.
quick mix there.
Quick mix
yeah.
theory. Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, he broke that down.
Yeah.
It's science.
Yeah, it's a science.
Yeah.
Yeah. And people still do it to this day.
To this day, right?
Yeah.
So when the sampler came out, now I ain't gotta run around the town to try to find another double.
Right.
Right.
I could just use this one joint and loop it up or chop it up.
Right.
You know, shouts out to the great Marley Marl.
Ooh.
You know,
Man, that's
because
a whole other
you know,
conversation.
when I first heard the bridge, like a lot of people, I was like, "Yo, how the f he get impeach the president like
Right. The
like
drums.
this?"
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
And you know, he sampled the kick,
Right.
sampled the hat, and the snare. You know what I mean? And you know, Marley was genius for that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And you know,
Right.
Marley's definitely one of my influences.
Right.
You know, I have several. Him, the Bomb Squad, of course, Jazzy J, 45 King, rest in peace,
Right.
Prince Paul. You know, these are the people who preceded me, but they were definitely influencing me from their productions and the selection of their samples.
Right.
Right.
You know what I mean? That was important.
Right. And let me cut in real quick. Sampling, man, I don't think it'll ever die or be a lost art form, because if you think of, you'll be hard pressed to name one hip hop record that don't have a sample in it.
Yeah.
Well, no, a lot of G-Funk.
Right, but I'm saying, like, even like right now, we'll say the biggest record, last record, we'll say Kendrick Lamar, right? Not like us. That's a sample.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I don't think it's a lost art. I just
Right.
think it's not done. You know,
I think also people don't want to pay.
they don't want to pay. You know what I mean? But
Yeah, people, you know,
people still
you wanna
sample.
keep your publishing.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, that's understandable.
Right.
You know what I mean? But you know, if you know,
I mean,
again, it's a preference thing.
what would Studs Blunts and hip hop be without samples?
No.
Yeah.
It's a different era too.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Let me ask you. So you know we've had offline conversations, so I'm not stirring up the pot here, but your samples have been sampled. Like your digging has been sampled. How's that? How to put it like that? How do you feel?
I eat off of it.
Yeah.
You know, if you sample Best Kept Secret, you know, the Three Dog Night, they gonna eat off of that. I'm gonna eat off of that. Cool and the Gang gonna eat off of that. Whoever are the writers. You know, and I learned that the hard way, even though it should have been common knowledge. You know, on my second album, I had a song called The Projects.
Dennis Coffey.
I sampled Paz the News saying, "No wonder where we live is called the projects." Right? But by me doing that, everybody else on that song with Paz got credit because it came from that master composition. It would have been smarter and cheaper for me to offer Paz, you know, a few grand and have him come in there and just say the fucking one.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Wow.
So that's where I learned about
that would have been
the publishing side and the master side.
Yeah.
Right.
So when you look at the credits on that record, it's like damn near 15 writers on that song from one motherfucking voice.
Right.
Wow.
You know?
Yeah, I think that takes away from the creativity, because when you make a record,
and the publishing.
You got to keep all that in mind now. You be like, man, I'm not even gonna do this shit. It just,
But that's why some producers, instead of sampling, they'll replay it.
right.
Because now you only got to clear the master. But you
Right.
keep your publishing.
Right.
You know, it's a little game for all you up and coming producers.
Right.
I mean, definitely learn some musicianship.
How
Definitely.